What's going on there, Reject Nation? No John coming in today, so it's just moi. But I'm the one who rewatched all of Stranger Things just a couple of months ago, a little fresh in the noggin, I hope. And today, we got ourselves a clip, Stranger Things 4 official clip, 11's powers. If you guys can leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. Also, please subscribe and click that notification bell. Reason why is because, well, on May 26th, we watched Top Gun, got to shoot, edit that review, and then at midnight that night, 2 episodes of Obi-Wan come out. The same night Obi-Wan comes out, all of Stranger Things 4 comes out, at least part 1 of Stranger Things 4 releases. So it's gonna be a lot to cover just in that weekend alone. And some of you guys might not know this, but the way we handle things behind the scenes here, usually one episode of television, if it's an hour long, takes roughly 4.5 to 6 hours to make fully complete to be visible here on YouTube. That's why clicking that notification bell is gonna be the best reward you can do to make sure you get notified when our video is up. That's how it works. All right, well, let's do this. Goddamn bullies.
Angela!
The new bitch.
What the hell was that?
Oh. As sad of a clip as that is, I cannot wait for this season, man. What's neat about watching this clip is, in Stranger Things Season 1, Mike, Dustin, and Lucas, sometimes I gotta count them on my fingers because I'm like, am I getting the names wrong? But Mike, Lucas, and Dustin, they were getting bullied severely in that first season. Then eventually 11 stepped in and became like their protector of sorts and really stood up for them. And it was really cool to have her in their corner. And then now to see in this season where it's picking up where 11 still does not have her powers after the cliffhanger of season 3, how she's just going to school being like a normal girl and now having to go through the experiences of what those three, and Will included. It's just Will wasn't in, you know, a large part of season 1 because he was stuck in the Upside Down. The 4 boys had to endure, and now she's going to be going through it herself. I'm wondering if it's going to be like repetitive or really explore something different here, and I imagine it'll be different just due to the fact that 11, so much of her character has been like identity soul searching, like who is she when she's not stuck in the rainbow room? Who is she not under the power hold of Dr. Brenner? As she's slowly been uncovering her identity and finding herself, being completely stripped of her powers, is in this position where how can she find this other version of strength and endurance while dealing with things that a lot of children deal with in high school? I think it's going to be a really fascinating season to explore because I keep trying to pick up on like what might the themes be of season 4, because when I rewatched seasons 1 through 3, it was cool watching them all back to back, like not taking a break, because like in season 1, so much of that is inflicting trauma, you know, dealing with the anxieties of loss. You know, like you had Hopper and Joyce, and you know, Hopper had lost his kid. That's something I totally forgot about, honestly, the whole storyline with Sarah until rewatching it. And so Hopper had lost his kid, and then Joyce dealing with the fears and paranoias and how it's taking a toll in the city. So everyone's being inflicted with this trauma and dealing with so much unknown. And then season 2 dealt with so much with post-traumatic stress disorder. Season 3 was all about, you know, learning to let go and move forward. I imagine that they're all eventually gonna be going back to Hawkins here, but seeing it being brought back to this element of bullying, and this is not the final season, because usually in like a movie format, you know, you circle back to the beginning in a lot of ways. So this isn't the final season, but something about just this one scene alone feels indicative of the first season, and watching 11 go through the experience that the boys had to deal with. I wonder like what she will discover about herself, how she'll learn to display strength without, you know, freaking killing people or snapping their necks or some shit. But at the same time, I am hoping that Stranger Things 4 will give us some type of cathartic release where she does get her powers back. I mean, it seems inevitable that at some point 11 will get her powers back. I'd be very surprised if she doesn't. So I wonder if like at some point she will bully this, did they say her name was Angela? Ashley? I forget. I could play it back. I'm not going to. This specific, you know, Mean Girls bully, the Rachel McAdams character. If 11 will come back and, you know, do some type of bullying shit. Not kill her, but, you know, make her piss her pants or some shit. I don't know. And then it makes me wonder too, like Will has also been just such a lost soul. A big part of season 3 with Will, you know, after being stuck in the Upside Down and dealing with his own trauma, he just did not know how to move forward. You know, he was clinging on so much to what the past used to be like. Now that he's with Eleven, there's two folds here that I'm really excited for. A, the type of lost identity soul searching, there's a lot of things like thematically about Eleven and Will that feel so complementary towards one another. And so I'm excited to see them have scenes with each other. What kind of bonding will they have? Will they end up being a little bit more brother and sister like, especially now that Eleven's living with them? What will become of their relationship? And what will Eleven's experiences of being bullied do to Will specifically? It's like she can probably confide in him. Will Will learn to stand up to the bullies, you know, for her as well? Like, it's funny that it took 4 seasons for them to seemingly have, you know, a lot of scenes together, because these two in a lot of ways have been, you know, the biggest outcasts of the ensemble, other than like Jonathan. For these two of the same age range, like being these targeted bullies who deal with like the worst case of trauma all the time, feeling far from normal or feeling far from the average kid. I'm looking forward to like what kind of, you know, empathetic relationship they deal with one another. And really, I'm hoping that they see a school counselor this season, because I feel like they need it with all the crap they've been through, man. I'll throw this out there too. I know a lot of people weren't big fans of that episode in season 2 that felt like a backdoor pilot. I think the character was 8. I think though that to wrap up the story, especially with 11, I do think it would be a bit of a necessity to bring her back. I would like to see that story resolved. Maybe in season 5, maybe they won't do it this season, but I'm hoping that at some point 8 does actually come back into the series, because everything that 11's experiencing here goes in conjunction with a lot of the reasons why 8 was trying to pull 11 into her specific modern day world. Last thing I'll say, you know, I hear that this season's going to be dealing a lot with horror, going to be more horrific than the other ones. It is interesting knowing what 11's powers are, knowing how much Stephen King inspiration there is in this show. One of the horror films I grew up on a lot was the movie Carrie, and I am sort of getting Carrie vibes. But the reason why I don't fully go there is only because of the fact that Carrie, you know, like murders everyone at the high school, and I don't think they're gonna put 11 down that dark of a path. But regardless, I do like the idea that it still plays on that nostalgia factor that I think the Duffer Brothers handle so well. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. What did you think about this clip for Stranger Things 4? I'm very much excited for it. I feel like this is gonna be an epic ass season. Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a like. Eric Horstman, you messaged me the other day. I hear you're in some recovery. Sorry to hear that. Tried giving you a call. I would really like you to call me back. Eric! Get it, Joyce? Will? I miss you. I have been thinking about you a lot. I was just telling Olivia the other day, if shit gets really bad, must take a trip to Atlanta. That's all that's gonna get me to go to Atlanta, is if your life is in danger. That's the only way I'm gonna go to Atlanta. But no, I feel like you're gonna be okay in the end. Just know you're in my thoughts significantly. You don't strike me as the individual who believes in God, so I won't say you're in my thoughts and prayers, but you're in my thoughts at least. I really miss you, man, and you mean the world to me. I hope you give me a call back before this video goes live, because I need you to approve this shout out, because I feel like I might have already said a little too much.